Welcome to Hank Cisco Show, ladies and gentlemen. Don't touch that remote. Great show today. This show is so important. You know, it touches the heartstrings, my heartstrings anyhow, and it'll touch your heartstrings too. It's something about taking care of people, you know, and I have a brother and sister act here. I call it an act, like, you know, like big show business, you know, and they are the owners of Home Instead. Now, what do I mean by Home Instead? Instead of going to a nursing home if you don't feel good, you'd be at home and somebody comes, a caretaker, to help you. And let me tell you, I know I had somebody come to my house, and I'm 91 years old, and I can't do the things I used to do. And thank God, the good Lord taking care of me, you know, and I'm able to bob and weave. But the help is out there, and I want everybody to know there's help out there, okay? And I want them to explain to you, and you will meet one of the caretakers that comes into my house and helps me. I need help because, well, I can do a lot of little things here, but not a lot. But my wife has Alzheimer's, so I have to help her, and so you can see that you have had extra help. So, without further ado, bop da boop boop, I want you to meet my guest today, and the owner, co-owner, brother, sister. Tell them who you are.
Hi, how you doing, Hank? My name's James Arnold. I'm the owner of the Home Instead Senior Care. We have an office in Phoenixville and a satellite office in Valley Forge. I came on board about 2 years ago with Home Instead, and since then my sister has bought an office and territory over in Lafayette Hill. We employ caregivers that go out, and just like you said, we take care of people at their homes. We also do help out in communities where we're needed. But yeah, it's definitely something that's needed. We're there, and we're a phone call away if there's ever anything we can help anybody with at Home Instead.
Right.
Yep.
And
Tell
I'm
me who
Denise.
you are and what you're going to do.
All right, Hank. I'm Denise Hildenbrand, and as James mentioned, my brother, I bought the Lafayette Hill territory of Home Instead Senior Care about 6 months ago. Prior to that, I worked for James as his general manager in the Phoenixville territory.
In other words, you have a franchise?
Yes.
You have two?
I have my own, and he has his own franchise.
Okay, all right. Now, the functions, you help veterans, this organization, okay? Tell me programs you have. And I'm letting him sit there and listen a bit. We're gonna tell you who this guy is, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can't
Tell
wait
me.
to talk about John. Yeah, there are programs out there. The best thing to do if you're a veteran or a spouse of a veteran is to go
Wait,
and talk.
a spouse?
A spouse of a veteran.
Wait, run that by me again. In other words, I'm a veteran.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I'm benefiting of this, right?
Yes. Yep.
But my wife,
Also has benefits.
Yeah.
Yes. So
yeah?
yes. So that would be something that if you're in that situation, that you would want to contact your local VA and see which programs are out there. I mean, right now our office takes care of about 28 different veterans, and that's paid for obviously through the VA. And depending on their needs is how much time we end up being with them. Yes.
right, okay.
I am currently looking for ways to reach veterans that live within my territory. So Lafayette Hill, Conshohocken, King of Prussia, Plymouth Meeting, Flowertown. You know, I'm definitely there and available to help veterans who have questions or feel they may qualify for some assistance in their home, just like James's facility does, or James's office does.
February. Love month.
Yes, it is.
You know, Valentine's Day. The best thing you can do, if you want to send somebody a nice Valentine gift, pick up the phone and call 610-935-7900. Look, my name's Hank Cisco. I need some help. Tell me how you can help me, okay? That's, okay, you'll get back to me? Okay, thank you, and I'll be home, all righty? And I'll put the water on, all right? Thank you. All right, so it's that simple.
It is.
You know, and we talk about caregivers. You know, I think that should be another title. They do a little bit more. I mean, the caregiver, I don't know. As long as you give, you'll always have. And we have a caregiver, John Darnell, which let me tell you, I've been around a lot of corners, but I never met anybody so dedicated and helping me, and what he tells me about the other people. When he comes to my house, people he's helping in the nursing home that's in very bad shape. He helps them while they're in bed, stays alongside them, helps whatever he can. He comes to my house, and I'll list all the things he does for me, and then he leaves on time because he has to go to somebody else's house, okay? So, I want you to meet John Darnell.
Thanks.
All right?
Thank you
John,
very much.
tell me something about yourself.
Well, I guess you adopted me. It's really the primary area. The most important aspect, I think, of a caregiver is literally to get into the rhythm of your life.
Right.
So you really put your arm around me and gave me the opportunity to do whatever I do, which is just, it's out of my goodness of my heart because I love you. You're such a wonderful person.
Yeah, but you love your job, and you love the people you work with, and that's so important, you know?
It is
You
important.
don't just come in there because you say, well, I have to go right there, bobbing and weaving. You come in there, and without even, you help make the bed. You know what? I'm gonna list some of the things that you do, okay?
Sounds great. I'd love to hear it too.
I just want to tell you, are you ready? Uno, due, tre, quattro, cinco, for Italians, okay? 1, 2, 3. Caregivers, okay? Service. He organized my personal life, filing papers. He helps cook. He makes poached eggs for me in the morning. He goes shopping. Sometimes I can't go out because it's bad weather, maybe. He goes shopping. He runs errands. He drives me to and from the doctor's office. And he does the housework. He does a lot of sweeping, and he does help me with the wash. Now, I just got over a bout with pneumonia 3 weeks ago, so my nose runs a little bit. I had interruption. So, and he helps me. He empties all the trash, takes it outside a Eucharist minister, and he comes to my house and he gives me communion. You hear what I'm saying? Home instead. When I can't get to church because I can't leave the house with my wife, and he comes and gives me communion. He helps me dress, and sometimes I can't bend down to put my socks on. And the most important thing is a friendship. We talk about the current events. We talk about health. Eat the right things. It gives me heck when I'm not eating the right things, not eating enough vegetables and fruit. And also he's very knowledgeable about care, home care, which is with all his clients. And he watches out for me, and anything that's dangerous steps or whatever it may be, he's on the alert. So I'm telling you, I'm so happy that the good Lord, I've got to say, they're my good lords here. They sent John. So John, I just want you to know publicly that you're a good man.
Thank you very much.
He is.
Appreciate it.
I have so many people tell me about John, if you don't mind me interrupting. Just,
No, I want
just
you
to
to
be
just-
honest, all of his clients, I mean, I don't think I've ever sent him somewhere where I haven't had them personally call either a son, a daughter, a spouse, or even the person
Right.
he's taking care of, and just tell me what they thought of John and how great of a service he does.
I appreciate
I mean, it really is. I mean, we can,
It's-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You got to realize that we go through a training process.
Oh, good. Tell me about that.
And I think that's really one of the most critical aspects
It
because,
is.
like when you say, I do everything, well, our training program is the critical aspect of making sure that we have an awareness to take care of you. And we have a care plan. Why don't you
Yes.
explain what that care plan is?
Yeah, we come out, we do a free consultation, and at our consultation, and there's no contracts or anything with us, so everything's, it's all on the up and up at any time
Right.
if you needed to stop service. But we come out and during that free consultation, we really get a sense of what your needs are, and we have, like in my office right now, we have almost 90 caregivers, so we get to select which caregiver we think would be a good fit.
Yeah.
And like he said, I mean, they come to us, I mean, the biggest qualification John already came to us with is having a big heart. I mean, that's obvious just talking to the guy for 5 minutes. You know that.
Well, you know,
But-
I think he has all the ingredients of a leader.
He does. He does.
And if you have 90 people there, you should have somebody leading them,
Yeah.
because you're too busy bobbing and weaving and all that, you know,
Yeah.
that's my opinion. You're a general, he should be a lieutenant.
Yes, he's,
You know,
he's
I'm
great.
I'm not giving a plug, but I'm just saying.
No, hey, I tell you, I've
Don't
called him.
lose good people, you
I've
know.
called him at midnight, literally, and you know, asked him to go out and take a shift in the snow and ice.
Right.
And you know, where 9 out of 10 people would have been very reluctant, to say the least.
I know.
He turned around and he's like, I'm warming up my car right now. So I mean, if you know how good that feels to have somebody like that under you, you're only as successful as the people that you have working with you.
Yeah.
And John, I feel like I can do anything having somebody like John next to me. So.
Tell me something about women, helping women. Is there anything different about it, or what? What's the scoop?
You know, Homestead is filled with ladies and gentlemen. We have, you know, male and female
You're getting
clients.
attacked,
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's more appropriate to have our shining star here today paired with, you know, have this gentleman paired with this gentleman
Right.
rather than with a female.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, it really depends on the client's preference.
Right, right, right.
And if I can jump in here and just speak for a second about John as well, he really is a shining star.
Yeah.
He is a unique and very special individual. And at Home Instead Senior Care, this is what we're looking for every time we conduct an interview.
I don't know if I mentioned, I said, I was very reluctant about having strangers come into my house.
Our
But,
hiring
You
procedures.
know, and you send us, worker comes in and introduces, you know, we tell him the background and everything, he has a background check and everything.
7
So-
different background checks, a DMV record check, drug testing. You know, our hiring practices are
Second to none
Second
compared
to
to all
none,
the way.
absolutely.
Our hiring, our training is really what sets us apart. If I can, I mean, another plug, trying to say, but Home Instead, when they look at what we have to do above and beyond what the state requires for training and for our hiring practices, it makes all the difference. And, yeah, again, with
And
John, it's,
ongoing.
yeah. And ongoing training. And this business is
Ongoing,
constantly
right,
evolving,
right.
you know, we're able to do more and more, and that's what we're looking forward to.
Wow.
Obviously, with the aging population, that's gonna come into play, you know.
What did, your brother and sister, you ever fight?
When we were younger, she used to beat me up quite often. I'm just being honest.
You know, well, what I mean is, when you have a brother and sister, it's so good to hear with family working together.
It's great.
You know, when you hear, when somebody has a business and the father builds a business and the son comes and he follows through, it's wonderful. We have, in Norristown, we had the Gennardi brothers, we have the Tonetta brothers, family, and it just
Yes.
kept going. And I feel so sorry
Yeah.
for somebody that builds it and then somebody don't take over and, you know.
No.
But I'm so happy to hear that brother and sister working together.
We
Yeah.
really do. I'm
compliment,
fortunate
Well-
to be able to have him to bounce ideas off of
Yeah.
and talk to about any issues or concerns that I have with my business. We have a morning phone meeting
Pretty much every morning.
on our,
Yeah, but-
you know, our commute to work. We're
Yeah,
usually
yeah,
talking
but
to one another.
Denise, if you both think alike, talk alike, one's unnecessary. You got to, hey.
She's got the looks, I got the brawn.
Like,
No,
like gasoline and matches, you got to bob and weave, slip and slide. That's what,
But the family culture is really, I mean, it's really nurtured in Home Instead. It was started with Paul Hogan, him and his wife, when he saw a need for it because of his grandmother. And they were able to, they were really just able to capture that idea and then expand it from there, where now you have almost 1,000 of them across the U.S. and we're in 18 different countries. So Home Instead, and it was also centered around the first thing I was impressed about, when we talked about John with, you know, with religion, God, is
right.
their first thing in their creed is honor God in all that you do.
Right.
And they make that you really aware
yeah.
of that when you walk in.
well, he
And
comes
so-
in and gives me communion. you know.
Exactly, yeah.
But, you know, another thing, when he first came in, he started telling me, I said, well, tell me about yourself. And here, you know, you can see here, that was a good friend of Mayor Rizzo. And here, his background was his grandfather, right?
Yes.
Was a very close friend of Frank Rizzo. And he's telling stories. The same thing with Joe Rizzo, with a former fire commissioner. And I'm a good friend of his. And so when he was there, I said, oh, yeah, I know Frank Rizzo, Joe Rizzo. I haven't seen, I pick up the phone and call Joe Rizzo. He lives in New Jersey now, and he's talking to him, Joe, you know.
Yeah.
So,
That's great.
you know, it's so much. It's helping him, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's helping the caretaker. You know, the
Sure.
caretaker has to be, you know, now he told me about a good friend of mine that was in the hospital, and he went there, and it was just a matter of time that he was going to pass away, and he was there, and he was a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention names,
Yeah.
but you know, to stand and land there and watch somebody just pass away, it's rough. So he got to take care of him mentally and physically for caretakers.
He becomes part of the family when he's there. He really does. I
Right,
mean,
right,
he's
right.
like another son.
And
I mean,
I'm
I've
sure
heard
you
that so
have
many
other
times.
people. I'm not.
We
we're
do,
just saying
we
one
do,
man.
but
This is
yeah,
a
yeah.
one-man operation.
Yeah, no, it's not. But we do have others like John, but I'm not going to say we have any better than John. I'll say that.
Oh,
So he's
they
good.
don't come any better.
Yeah.
Well, if they do, send them over. All right. Well, tell me something about yourself now. Your family, and, you know.
Yeah, I have a 10-year-old son. I enjoy sports. I enjoy basketball. I enjoy growing this business, to be honest. I think that it's obviously not just about the money. There's just a lot of people involved. We're able to employ a lot of people. We have a lot of clients, so we're able to reach a lot of people and help a lot of people in a situation that a lot of times when they call us, they're in dire need of help. They are. I mean, it's a critical situation at that point. So we're trying to educate people ahead of time so they come to us and we're able to help them before it gets to that point.
Right.
And we're not always saying that we're the only one for, I mean, we're a resource is the way we look at it. If you call us and you have a question, it's something I can't help you with, I mean, or if maybe you really do want to go to a community, we'll get in our car, no charge, and take you to some communities and let you see what's out there.
See what's out there,
So
right.
yeah, it's not all about us. I mean, it really is a community thing. I mean, we look at it as a community business, a community resource, and that's a feel-good business. At the end of the day, I know we're doing the right thing. I know we employ people like John,
Right,
and that
right.
makes me feel great, to be honest.
How about you? Tell me something about, you know, you're very attractive, right?
Ah, don't
You're
give her a
very
big
kind.
head.
Well,
You're very
The lighting
kind.
must be
We
bad.
did the
in
show
there.
before, and I saw it. She looked good with these photographs. Ladies and gentlemen, she photographs good, but she's good looking in person, too. Now, tell me
Are the
something
eyes still
about
okay there? Is everything?
you. Yeah, well, my eyes are, I'm 20. Dr. Seepster, I had him on my show. My eyes are okay. Tell me something about yourself.
Something about myself. I have 2 daughters and a wonderful husband. I have 2 grandsons that I'm very proud of.
Good.
And like James, much like James, a huge amount of my personal fulfillment comes from Home Instead Senior Care and being able to employ beautiful, wonderful individuals like John and then reach out and help people much like yourself.
Well, but now, and you say your office is where? Tell me
The office is physically located in Lafayette Hill on Germantown Pike,
on Germantown Pike, near the church.
near the market.
Huh?
Near the market. So right across from Wells Fargo.
Oh, okay.
And you
okay.
take care of
But yeah, but
people over-
I take care of people in Bala Cynwyd, Conshohocken, Bryn Mawr.
What number they call when they want to get in touch with you?
You can reach my office at 610-941-9242.
That's different than his
Yes.
number.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, where this is being broadcasted, it would be at my office. But if she lived, if somebody called my office and it was for another territory,
whatever
I would just,
territory.
I would take the information, act like it's mine, and hand it over to them, and they take care of it. And all home insteads, you know, we're held to a certain standard so I always feel confident handing someone over to a neighboring office, knowing that they're going to do a good job.
John,
Yes.
what the feeling, you know, when you're dealing with different people that need help, that are, you know, in bad shape or so, what's your feeling about this? Tell me something about how you handle this.
Basically,
Religiously?
you know, after you spend a lot of time with the family, you become a member of the family. Just to go back on the gentleman that you were talking about who recently passed away, when I embraced his wife, because he had passed away 20 minutes before I came on my shift, she said that you became the 4th son, because he had 3 sons. So really, it's living with the family, learning about what their special needs are, or the individual. In your case, you're very fortunate because you have family around you.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. And they come in, you know, on an interim basis. But it's just becoming a family member and living a rhythm, a lifestyle, and learning. I think the 2 critical aspects of what you really need is patience and kindness. And my grandmother used to say, patience is a virtue, catch it if you can, seldom in a woman, never in a man.
Well,
So you really have to have,
I like that one, I like that.
well, let me say, the reason why I asked you that question, when I was a police officer, they just give me, I had no training, they just give me a gun and a badge and put me out in the street. And I was only on the job 3 days, and there was a guy that was making fireworks up there on Sandy Street, and it blew up. It was blew up, and you hear your chicken parts, well,
Yeah,
and here, no training, no nothing, here's an arm over here, a leg over
Oh.
there, you know, so how do you cope with it, you know?
yeah,
And in fact, I have a good friend, Dr. Verghese, that talks about first responders, police officers, soldiers that see something, you know, and it lives with them, and it messes up their life. It causes divorce, it causes suicide and everything, because it keeps coming to them. So you have something, when you go and someone's in bad shape, ready to die, and you're there, comfort them, and then you have to leave. You just can't erase it off there. But how you do it, or how caretakers do it. So somebody up there must
I agree
be helping
totally.
out.
Yes.
Believe me.
yes.
So, and I'm so happy that we have two young people that are, you know, what they say, get a young doctor and an old lawyer, and you never go
You
wrong.
never go wrong, yeah.
Well, you're doctor's helpers, right?
That's right, that's right. Nope.
So now, tell me a little bit more about location. People are gonna, after they get finished here, say, where do I get in touch? Who do I get?
Yeah. The best,
on,
the
lay 'em
best
out.
way you can get on Home Instead's website,
Home instead.
homeinstead.com. You can either get on there, you can call us at 610-935-7900. When you call us, like I said, the office is physically in Phoenixville, but we take care of part of Chester County, Chester Springs, and then up from Pottstown pretty much all the way over through Collegeville, Limerick, King of Prussia, Norristown. Where else am I missing? But yeah, all those nice spots. And our caregivers also live pretty much in our territory. So most of them live right where they're working, which is nice because usually they have something in common with our clients. When they go there, they might know a loved one, they might know them personally, or the family, per se. And we really do try to match up the right caregiver with the right client. So.
What can you add to tell people out there? What's good for them?
Help me out here.
That's a tough question.
What's good for them? To educate yourself. You know,
Yeah.
you can never have too much education.
What do you think?
I
Early
agree.
education.
I think that, family members should talk with their loved ones, with their older loved ones, with their mothers and their fathers and their grandparents.
what I wanna hear.
Make sure that their wishes are known. Look into the 5 wishes. Have things written out. What are your expectations for that end phase? How do you want to age? Do you want to age in place at home? Do you want to live in a retirement community? Would you rather be in a nursing home? Do you want your loved ones
You
trying
want
to care
your
for
own
you?
surroundings?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
So
the point I want to
those-
bring out.
yeah.
Emphasize, lean on that a little bit more. What's
Mm-hmm.
the advantage of that?
The advantage is, like anything else, I mean, the more you know, the better you are equipped to make those decisions. And it's it's such an emotional time, usually when obviously emotions are raised, I mean, your thought process, you're not thinking as clearly. So if you already have it planned out, the scope of these things that we're talking about right now, then when it comes time for that emotional phase, you already have a plan to put into action. That, okay, this is what mom wanted. Mom's unresponsive right now. What am I supposed to do? And then, because there's always that part of you that doesn't know, okay, is this really mom's wishes? Is this where she wants to be? And this makes it a lot easier. And then there's things like with dementia and things like that's something with Alzheimer's, dementia. I mean, that's something that's really, I mean, if you look at statistically, it's going through the roof compared to everything else out there. People are living longer. Other
Right.
things are bringing it on. So we're
Loneliness.
trained in that. Yeah. to help
Loneliness
out.
is a problem,
Companionship. is,
Absolutely. And companionship is a huge part of what our caregivers provide. But back to what we were saying earlier, we do offer a community educational piece called the 40-70 rule.
Yeah.
And basically what we're trying to get across to the community is that when you're approximately 40 and your parents are approximately 70, you should have had a conversation. about what their wishes and desires are for the next 30 years of their lives.
Well,
So that you're not left in an uncomfortable spot down the road making decisions for them. It all
Well,
should be
could-
spelled out
do
in
you
a living
go out to
will
speak
or.
at groups?
Um,
Let's like a church group.
Like-
go
well, like
over
this
and say,
month-
look, this is what we have, the whole program.
Well, this month
Ladies
in-
and gentlemen, if you have a church or a club or whatever it may be.
Please.
And you need a speaker, get in touch. Here's the number
would
to
love
call,
to.
610-935-7900.
We would love to.
Say, look, I want to get some
Absolutely.
information, I need a speaker, because I got a lot of people in my lodge and club that need help. They're all senior citizens, but they don't want to, they're a little hesitant in reference to getting involved or so. So they will come and speak and tell you what they have.
And all that's a free service. I mean, we're doing that at the
Absolutely.
Phoenixville Hospital this
Right,
month.
John?
We have 3 trainings
Is
that
that
we're
it?
doing that, yeah.
Right, and how about at the towers, the
And
Valley?
At the towers, yeah. We have a
yes.
training facility that we share, the 2 offices do,
They can come
down at the
here?
Valley 4 towers. And
But
we'd be
the
happy
training,
to sit down.
I mean, the people, you're training people.
We train our caregivers there. We also hold educational seminars for the public there. There's a
Hey,
bingo
you hear what
night.
it's saying?
There's a bingo night. You want to
Say
win some
that again.
prizes? Come on
Give
down.
educational for, oh my God. It's the same thing with education removes fear.
Yes.
Right.
When that guys get a little cut, it's bleeding, faint. Wipe it away and you'll see it's only a little bit of a cut. So, you're educated to move it, okay? Education removes fear. So,
Exactly.
and, what I say, an informed community is a healthy community. You don't know, call, don't hesitate, don't cost anything. Oh my God, here I am, I'm talking about, I took advantage of all this. And it wasn't me, I never did it, it was my daughters made the phone calls.
great,
Dad, you gotta
that's
do,
great.
oh, I don't want that, same thing when I had a handicap sign, oh, I don't need that, I don't want people, let me tell you, you need help, get it. As
Thank you.
long as you give, you'll always have. I only got 30
Homestead.
seconds, hit it.
Denise Hildenbrand, Home Instead Senior Care. You can reach me at 610-941-9242.
That's your number.
Yes.
Your number.
James Arnold, Home Instead Senior Care. You can reach us anytime at 610-935-7900. Please don't hesitate to call just to ask about anything. If it's just a question, again, a free consultation, give us a call. We're always there to help.
John,
If you have any veterans in the territory in your area, please call Denise or get in touch with James
Please,
directly.
again, educate the people of what they have out there so they
if
know
you're a
that it's
veteran
there.
and a veteran's wife,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for allowing us to come into your home, and I
Thank you,
hope
Hank.
that you got something out of this. You better. And but I'm so happy that I have. There's organizations out there that help people, that helping me, helping my family, and I just can't. I don't know how to thank you. And then the price is right. It's no charge. That's a big thing. We didn't talk about that, right? That's the catch. No charge, okay? If you're a veteran, the government takes care of it. Whatever, you get
Yep.
paid, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I get paid weekly, very weekly. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot, and God bless
Thank
each
you.
and every one of you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's everybody drink to everybody's health,
Hey,
okay?
Absolutely.
In Italian, they say, "Alla salud," to your health.
That was nice.